Welcome to True Hunt. Today we have got Mr. Shirish Patel, who has got a background from civil engineering. And further, we would like to tell you that he is a person who has taken the matter of BDD chawls. And as you know that the BDD chawls were established during 1922 for mill workers. My first question to you, what is the matter? I would like to have it from your mouth that what is the matter of the redevelopment of this BDD chawls.
I'm highlighting this matter because construction is about to begin. Contracts have been awarded. I believe ground has not yet been broken, but several families have been moved into transit accommodation. So work is about to start. And if there is any hope of stopping it and changing its nature, it has to be done now. Now, the reason I'm opposed to this particular scheme is that the construction proposed is to resettle 9,600 families in BDD chawls at Worli on part of the plot they presently occupy, and on the remaining area to build high-rise apartments for sale. The problem is that the total volume of construction and the density of families per hectare is going to be the highest in the world. We have never seen anything like this anywhere. And if you look at it closely, the real problem is health will be affected, partly because of light and ventilation due to the congested construction, but mainly, I think, for lack of play space for children. 9,600 families probably means around 10,000 children. Now, the small patches of green that are shown in Mahada scheme are certainly not adequate. And we are suggesting an alternative, which is a full-sized cricket ground, which can be used also as a full-sized athletics ground for 400-meter hurdles, javelin, whatever.
And I guess that particular, what you're suggesting, a cricket ground is not just for the people of chawls, but it is for everybody across. So it can be used for everybody across Mumbai. Am I right, sir?
It will be a value to the entire city. And it will certainly be immediately accessible to the residents and the children living there. Now, Mahada's argument has been that we need the BDD chawls sales construction in order to realize the finances necessary to build the rehab buildings and give them to the occupants free of cost. We're saying that the volume of sales you're proposing is 5 or 6 times what it needs to be to recover the cost. You can have a cost-free scheme with 1/5 or 1/6 of the proposed sale construction. And you can redesign it in such a way that the footprint of the sale building is not separate. The lower 3 floors of all buildings are commercial. They're offices, shops, whatever you like. The upper 18 floors, which have better light and ventilation, are residential. So the footprint is minimized. There's plenty of free space on the ground. Plus, you have a cricket ground, athletics ground, and a football field.
Sir, my next question, of course, what we could make out that you are trying to give a proposal to Mahada that, okay, build in your way, but create some wellness activities platform for the residential people who would be living in the near future. Am I right? This is what you're trying to convey.
That's right. I'm saying that you can carry out the scheme without loss, making a small margin of surplus, without such massive construction. What they're proposing is double what we are suggesting as an alternative.
So, sir,
more than double.
Sir, what do you think? Of course, now we are saying that when we talk about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, and when we talk about what you call the Ayush India, we are talking about. So Ayush is also something to do with the wellness of the Indian people living in India. And such sort of awareness programs are happening. Why at this particular scheme, the government is not listening or going in this way? What do you think?
I think the problem is that government considers that government land is in the nature of private land. owned by government. Now, I'm saying that private land in the hands of a private developer has a specific objective of maximizing profits from the land. Government in its ownership of land should not be maximizing profits. It is not a developer. It has to use that land to maximize public benefit. And maximizing public benefit doesn't necessarily mean maximizing profit from the land, extracting the maximum profit. So that's the fundamental difference.
Our developments are going with the measures which should be taken, keeping environment in our mind, or there is some lacks and loopholes. Though the governments, I would say that I have attended a climate change seminar which was arranged by Mumbai First in recent times. It talks about various measures that how the development should take place, keeping environment in mind. Do you think that that is happening actually?
It's not happening because I don't think government is taking the environmental aspect seriously enough. And in the BDD Chawls case, it has certainly not kept the health and welfare of the residents in mind. It is the scheme is designed to make money. It's not designed to maximize benefits for the occupants.
Sir, another question to you. Of course, you have written a letter to the Honorable CM of Maharashtra, the current CM I'm talking about, Mr. Eknathshinde. So what a reply you are expecting, or is there any take on that you have received till now, that anything would be done or any sort of meeting would be held to sort this out?
I have not had a reply yet, but it's been only a few days. So I think we should give them time. And hopefully, MADA will take this seriously and will give us a considered reply. So I don't see how they can. I don't see how they can rebut the fact that their objective is to make money, and what we are suggesting is maximize the health of people, in addition to adding amenities to the city which are badly needed.
Yes, that's true. And sir, we have got 4 areas where the BDD Chawls are. So could you highlight each and every area, that what sort of development, or there is a same plan you have highlighted for every chawl, which you are highlighting in your report as well?
The other sites are, one is at Naigaon, the other is at NM Joshi Marg, and there is a 4th site at Siuri. The one at Siuri, let's exclude because that's under control of the BPT and not with MADA. But these 3 sites at Worli, Naigaon and NM Joshi Marg are under MADA's control. The sites at Naigaon and NM Joshi Marg are much smaller, but they have the same problem, that there's a high volume of for sale construction, which results in a crowding of the buildings. It would be much better to have the buildings with a minimum of commercial sale area, just enough to recover the costs of construction, and a lot of open space for play and welfare of the people.
Sir, yes, please go on, sir.
No, both these sites, we have not worked on the detailed layout of that, but I think similar buildings with a much improved scheme, which gives more green area to each site, is definitely possible.
Any last words, sir, from your side?
I hope you can do something to convince the residents, the occupants, that they need to consider the alternative seriously and pressure government into doing something which is much more healthy, plus being beneficial to the city as a whole.